Hi, my name is Travis Haskin, and I'm a second year at the University of California, Davis, majoring in political science public service. With high ambitions of pursuing a career in the public sector, I aim to be a pioneer for social justice legislation in the United States. One question I ask myself: how can I make purposeful change to better my own community? Growing up in the most racially disparate county in my state, this has meant that I had to face many systematic barriers as a second-generation Asian Native American student. Though I faced discrimination, I've been able to acknowledge that my existence was an act of resistance. A willingness to foster an equitable community for not only myself, but future generations to come, was my motivator to be a part of my county's first ever Racial Equity Committee that had a fund to foster racial equity in the county. Motivated by this mission, I provided a youth of color's perspective and later presented my ideas to the Board of Supervisors. I'm one of the youth committee members. To advance economic opportunity, our committee would like the board to consider these 5 action items.
Level of thought, deep thought you have all put this is reflected in the comments you made today and the report that you generated.
This experience showed me the power of one's voice to create a ripple for change. Fredrick Douglass embodies these ideas and taught me how powerful individual activists and leaders can have to better their own communities by influencing others to challenge injustice like he did in Ireland. The use of educational liberation through the power of positive and purposeful influence was a form of agency to further his abolitionist movement. Fredrick Douglass' utilization of his own perspective to share the triumphs he had to endure is a powerful message to us all that even though we may have faced oppression, we will never be oppressed. Having the privilege of partaking in this fellowship would be such an honor, as I'd be able to walk in the footsteps of Fredrick Douglass and be able to actively engage with fellows. I find both of these opportunities to be vital for my personal and professional development, as I not only am strongly motivated by inspiring world leaders, but having the opportunity to work alongside future world changers would provide me with the space to reciprocate knowledge and build stronger networks. Furthermore, building upon my skill set of being culturally competent and having a global perspective would be so vital, as I'd be able to share my experience and the skills I learned from this program to fellow student activists on my campus. As an active member within my campus community at UC Davis, I've made it my goal to be a voice and advocate for BIPOC communities who seek a platform and representation. Being a student who has struggled finding safe spaces, being able to guide people through the institution has been another strong motivator for my community engagement. To foster inclusivity within my educational institution, I'm an Ethnic and Cultural Affairs Commissioner and Vice Student Advocate for my university student government. Furthermore, I'm the political chair for Mga Kapatid, which is a Filipino organization on campus, as well as a student director for the American Indian Retention and Recruitment Program, where I host and foster relationships with Native communities and organizations on and off campus. I've also been able to channel my dedication to the public sector as a congressional intern for California's 4th Congressional District, where I help with constituent matters and foster relationships with community members. Though we continue to seek justice and collective liberation, Fredrick Douglass helped provide us the perspective in the modern era through his quote, "Without a struggle, there can be no progress."